guys, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the tips and different things I do to prep my food for the week. I pretty much make the same thing every week. I eat the same thing every day, so it's pretty easy. Other than my dinners, I kind of mix that up a little bit. But some of the best things that I do to save myself time is I always make a list. It's just a chicken scratch list of everything I need to make for that week. Sometimes it's a little longer, sometimes it's shorter. It just depends, because like the quinoa egg bake, it normally lasts us, a week and a half to 2 weeks, so I only make that every other week. The chickpea salad is, not every single week. That's something Kevin eats for lunch, so it just depends on how much I have left in the fridge from the week before. But I make me a list of everything I need to make for the day. And then I organize my plan for the day, or I make a plan for my prep. I prep my prep by determining, what needs to be baked, what just needs to be cut up. And so for an example, I always mix up the quinoa egg bake first because it has to bake for 25 minutes. So I get all the ingredients, I get that mixed up, and I stick that in the oven. And so then while that's cooking for that 25 minutes, I can be doing something else. And so typically what I do is I make the quinoa egg bake. Now, this is a very unusual week for me. I literally have 1 hour now, 45 minutes left to do my prep for the day, and I got to get my son to football and all kinds of stuff. So I actually made my quinoa egg bake last night, but so I made it like literally at 9 o'clock last night. I threw that together and baked it, but I still have to cut it into pieces and wrap it. I do that. I wrap them in individual servings, so they're just easy to grab and go for Kevin and I for lunch. And I'll share that recipe in this post. But so I, put all the ingredients for that together, throw it in the oven, and then while that's baking, I normally start my chia pudding. And what I do for my chia pudding is I have my liquid. You can use coconut water. I've been using this Via coconut drink. You can use almond milk, normal milk, water, whatever it is you choose to use. And then you throw your chia seeds in there. And they have to sit for about 15, you do it for 15 minutes and then stir it. And then you do it for another 15 minutes. So that's the next thing I do is, while that is, I've been using about 1.5 tablespoons of my chia pudding here. And so while that is setting for that 15 minutes, I always tell Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. And so while that's setting, then I cut up all the fruit that I put in there. But I want to get that started. Forgot I got to get a little bit more liquid for that one. So another thing I do while everything else is going, got my fancy Instapot that I just love. And I do hard-boiled eggs in there. Haven't been to the store yet, so I only have 4 eggs, but I'm going to do these 4 because that should get me by for a couple of days. I still have a few left over. So I'm going to get that started in here while I'm doing other things. That way, like I said, you can be doing multitasking, do a lot of different things at one time. The eggs go in here for 6 minutes. And then you let it cool down for 6 minutes, and then you put them in ice cold water for 6 minutes, and then they peel off super, super easy. So that's that. So at the moment, I have the quinoa egg bake going. I've got my chia pudding sitting. I've got eggs cooking over here, and then I'm going to start cutting up fruit. So I'm doing a lot of different things at one time. And then when I get to like my chickpea salad and my veggies, they have a lot of the same veggies cut up. So they both use carrots, and I use celery in both of them. So I'll have my chickpea salad bowl out and my veggie container. If either I'm making salads or if I'm just making cut up veggies to eat for the week, I kind of go back and forth. I have all those containers out and ready. And so when I get my carrots out, I do all my carrots at one time. I cut up the small ones for the chickpea salad, and then I go ahead and cut up some to have in my snack pack, and that way everything is organized, saves me lots of time. Normally, I would say about 2 hours on the weekends to get everything made. That includes my, I have Shakeology for breakfast every day, but that includes my morning snack, which is my chia pudding, my lunch, which is veggies and the quinoa egg bake or hard-boiled eggs. My afternoon snack is normally muffins, which I haven't talked about that yet. I'm going to make some protein muffins. I'll have to do that later because I don't have time right now, but they're super easy. So I'll bake those later, and it's normally, you know, a protein muffin and then like some kind of fruit. I got some plums at Sam's today, or yesterday, so I'm gonna be having plums this week. But I just try to whip it all out as fast as possible because I know we're all busy. We all have stuff to do. We don't have a lot of time to sit here in the kitchen. I'd rather be out doing something else. So that's a few of my tips for how I prep stuff. If you guys have any questions at all, just holler at me, give me a comment below, and I'll answer it. And like I said, I'll share some of these recipes as we go through the week here. So you guys have a great day, and just be sure to ask if you have any questions. Bye.